Hi, and welcome to Essential Brewing in a Bag's video on maximizing wort extraction. Whether you're a traditional 3-vessel all-grain brewer or, like myself, prefer the brew in a bag method, one of the things that we all seem to obsess about from time to time is how to maximize the mash efficiency. So what I'm referring to here is once the mashing is finished, how do we get the most of that sugary liquid that we call wort out of the grain bed, or in my case out of the grain bag, and into the boil kettle. Many of us brew in a baggers are successful and satisfied with simply lifting the grain bag out of the pot and allowing it to drain over the course of 15 or 20 minutes. For me, I've always wanted something a little bit quicker, and after contemplating several different techniques, I've come up with a squeezing technique that I'll show in this video that incorporates 4 basic components: a modified caulking gun, a colander, a small metal bowl, and a small section of 2x4. So with that introduction, let's go and see how it's done.
Here's what we use for this technique. You'll notice that the caulking gun has been modified by removing the circular guide at the front and bending the rails at 90 degrees at the very end. Then the rails are spread apart to fit the width of the colander. The way we configured is shown here. After you mash, you pull the grain bag up and set it inside the colander. In our arrangement, there's a section of wire shelving that we use to hold the colander up of the pot. Then there's the metal bowl, which is placed on top of the grain bag. Once the caulking gun is clipped around the edge of the colander, you can start squeezing the handle, which pushes the bowl down into the grain and squeezes out the wort. Here's some footage from a brew session we recently did. It's nice to have a brew buddy to help lift the bag out while you position the colander and the shelving, but it can be done single-handedly if needed. We let the bag drain for a short bit. Once it drains, the metal bowl can be placed on top of the bag. And then the legs of the caulking gun are stretched around the rim of the colander. After that, a few pulls of the trigger on the caulking gun and out comes the wort. Once you pulled the trigger enough times and the caulking gun is fully pressed down as far as it'll go, you can reposition the grains and do it again. We usually do it 3 or 4 times. So we'd be interested in your feedback on this technique. The brewing community is an ingenious bunch and we're always looking for feedback on what we've presented. Let us know what you think or any ideas on how we could improve. So until the next time, cheers everybody.